Hello everyone, welcome to the session of coordinate geometry. So our topic is pair of straight lines. So up to previous sessions we discussed about the straight lines. This is a little bit extension to the straight lines. That's it. If you have clear idea about the straight lines, so pair of lines is very easy. Pair of lines. Just here we will discuss about the two lines, combination of two lines. Today we will learn the combined equation of the lines, two lines, that means pair of lines, equation of the pair of lines. And homogeneous equation, general equation of the second degree, and angle between the pair of lines. In terms of cos theta with help of tan theta. Okay, it is very easy and very important also. So first of all we will discuss the combined equation of the straight lines, two lines. So let us consider two straight lines, equation of two lines. So let L1 equal to A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal 0 and L2 is equal to A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal 0. These are the equations of the two straight lines. Okay, first degree equation x and y, these represent two lines. Suppose L1 into L2 equal to 0, let it be 1. That means A1x plus B1y plus C1 into A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0. This is an equation in terms of x and y. It gets a second degree equation. It represents location. So if you take let P alpha comma beta be any point on the locus represented by equation this one, that means 1. Let P alpha comma beta be any point on the locus represented by 1, any point on the locus. So any point on the locus represented by 1. What it means? If alpha beta lies on this graph, this location, this equation should be satisfied this point. This implies, so A1 alpha plus B1 alpha plus C1, A2 alpha plus B2 beta plus C2 is equal to 0. It implies, so xy is equal to 0, either x equal to 0 or y equal to 0. This means A1 alpha plus B1 beta plus C1 equal to 0 or A2 alpha plus B2 beta plus C2 equal to 0. What it means? Alpha comma beta maybe lies in the first equation or second equation. Okay, this product of two lines equal 0 satisfies, this point satisfies this product of L1 L2 equal 0. That means this is the combined equation of L1 and L2. Understand? L1 L2 are separate equations of two lines. So L1 L2 equal 0 represents an equation. But here L1 to L2 equal 0 gives the combined equation of the two lines. L1 into L2 equal 0, combined equation of the two lines. If you know the equations of the two lines, now how can you write the combined equation? Just multiplying both the equations. L1 into L2 equal 0 represent or combined equation represents the combined equation of L1 L2 equal 0, combined equation of L1 and L2, otherwise equation of L1 L2 equal 0. Okay, the product of two lines gives combined equation of the lines. There is nothing but pair of lines. If suppose this is an equation, this is a second degree equation. So with this product we will get a second degree equation in x and y. Okay, here clearly this is a second degree equation in x and y. So what are the factors? Simply here 6x square is there. 6 into minus 10 minus 60. 4 into 5 11x is there plus, so 12 5 is 60, 12xy minus 5xy minus 10y square. Just write down the factors for this equation. So 6 10 is 60, 12 into 5, 60. The sum of these two is equal to 11xy. Okay. So now from this we can write, so 6x into x plus 2y minus 5y into x plus 2y. These are the factors for this given equation. Therefore, x plus 2y into 6x minus 5y is equal to 0. This is an equation for the two lines. This is the equation for the line, this is equation for the another line. This is in the form of L1, L2 equal 0. These are the separate equations of the combined equation. L1, L2 equal 0 represent combined equation of the two lines. This is the given equation is the combined equation of these two lines. If it represents two lines, so we can separate it. Now these two represent equations of the two lines. This is the combined equation. Now from this we can get a conclusion. Understand? This is a homogeneous second degree. Just observe the powers for x. The first term x square, second x into y, last one is y square. The powers are same to second degree. Understand? But all the three terms have second degree terms. Homogeneous second degree equation. Homogeneous second degree equation represent two lines. Just we split this homogeneous equation into two lines. But here there is no constant term in both the equations. It means it represents two lines passing through origin. Understand? Homogeneous second degree equation represent two lines passing through origin. If they have factors, there is a condition for the factors. Is square greater than AB. Later we will discuss about it. The theorem is also there. We will prove that theorem also. Understand? This is a second degree homogeneous equation. We split this into two lines. The product of two lines. Product of two lines gives second degree equation. A homogeneous second degree equation represents two lines passing through origin. It may be real lines, imaginary lines, or coincident lines. What will be the lines? Okay, right. So now see the definition for homogeneous second degree equation and the general equation second degree. If A, B, H are real numbers, not all zeros, then h equal to ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 is called homogeneous second degree equation. Just observe the three terms. In first term x square, in second term x and y, x power 1 and y power 1, and third term y square is there. So degree is same 2, degree 2 for every term, three terms. That is called homogeneous second degree equation. Okay, now see the second equation. S is equal to ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. This is called a second degree general equation. In second degree general equation in x and y. The first one is homogeneous second degree equation. This one is second degree general equation. Okay, so now come to theorem. So here, if a, b, h are not all zeros, then the equation this represent a pair of lines if and only if s square greater than or equal to ab. We have to prove that this represent pair of lines if and only if s square greater than or equal to ab. It means if it represents pair of lines s square greater than ab, if s square greater than ab, it represents pair of lines. Understand? So for that, so take the given equation. This is the given equation. First of all, we have to prove we can split this equation into two lines if s square greater than ab. Understand? So for that, take this equation. Here we have to split this equation. That means we have to factorize. We want to find the factors of this equation. So first of all, rewrite this equation ax square plus try to change this equation into a single variable quadratic equation. Ax square plus 2hy into x plus by square. Just to treat y is also constant. Now it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c because it is a constant. Let us assume sometime y is a constant. Then it will becomes ax square plus bx plus c. So try to find out the factors. From this, x is equal to minus b 2hy plus or minus root of b square 4h square y square minus 4ac 4aby square by 2a. Just observe that 4y square is common. From if you take outside from the root, you will get 2y. So here x is equal to minus 2hy plus or minus 2y into root of h square minus ab by 2a. So here observe that 2 to get cancelled. From this, just observe that plus or minus is there. It is meaningful only when s square minus ab greater than or equal to 0. It represents, otherwise we have two values for x when s square greater than ab. When s square greater than ab positive, then only the value of this is exist. So from this, so you should write if and only if case, otherwise. Here, the values of x are possible only when s square greater than ab. This represents, this gives two values. Otherwise, we can write like this: ax is equal to minus hy plus or minus y into root of h square minus ab. Understand? If it is 0, so just we will get only one value, one equation, ax plus hy. Understand? So if it is greater than or equal to 0, you will get two values, two equations. So observe that ax plus hy, understand, as plus hy plus or minus y into root of h square minus ab equal to 0, if and only if ax plus y into h plus or minus root of h square minus ab equal to 0. Just observe that ax plus by, ax plus by equal to 0 represent a line passing through origin. If h square greater than ab, it gives two values for y coefficient. So we are getting two value equations which are passing through origin. So if and only if ax plus y into h plus root of h square minus ab into ax plus y into h minus root of h square minus ab is equal to 0. The product of two lines is equal to 0. That too, these are the lines passing through origin. So it is possible only when h square greater than or equal to ab. Therefore, this equation represents pair of lines passing through origin when h square greater than or equal to ab. If h square greater than or equal to ab, then only it represents pair of lines. That is the condition. Understand? This homogeneous second degree equation represents two lines passing through origin when h square greater than ab. This is the theorem. So we can use this formula to split this type of equation. These are the separate equations of this type of equation. Understand? Separate equation of the two lines. Understand? This is a homogeneous second degree equation. Homogeneous second degree equation represents two lines passing through origin when h square greater than ab. So here observe that, just one note here, there, one or two. If h square equal to ab, what will happen? If h square equal to ab, we will get same equations. That means we will get two equations, those are coincident equations. Understand? So here, if h square equal to ab, h represent two coincident lines. If h square equal to ab, found only if h equal to 0 represents coincident lines. Understand? This is 1. Next 2. If h square greater than ab, it represents two distinct lines. H equal 0 represent two lines passing through origin. So understand? Homogeneous second degree equation represent two lines passing through origin. Okay, right. See this theorem. If h is equal to x square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0, represents pair of lines passing through origin, all of you know. B not equal to j. then the lines are not vertical lines. Then only slopes of the lines exist. That means if m1, m2 are the slopes of the lines, if slopes exist, that means non-vertical lines. We have to prove that m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2hb, m1, m2 equal to a by b. That is the theorem. If h equals 0 represents two non-vertical lines, that means slopes of the lines exist. If suppose m1, m2 are the slopes, we have to prove that m1 plus m2 equal to minus 2h by b, m1, m2 equal to a by b. That is the theorem. So what is the given equation? Given equation is h is equal to ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. That is 1. Okay. So now consider, let y is equal to m1x and y is equal to m2x are separate equation of two lines represented by 1. Separate equations of two lines represented by 1. What about the combined equation? The combined equation of these two is equal to 1. Therefore, y minus m1x into y minus m2x is the combined equation of these two. These are the separate equation of these two. This combined equation of these two equal to this one. But just observe that here the coefficient of y square, y into y square, but here y square coefficient b is not equal to 1. We can't fix the b value. So we should take just multiplying by b. Then observe that by square, we are saying the multiplication is equal to this one, but we are getting y square coefficient is 1, but here b is there. So to compensate that, just multiplying this equation by b. This is nothing but h, because these are the separate equation of these lines. Understand? So now compare this equation, both the coefficients of the equations. So what about this? Here we will get by square y into y square. After that, otherwise just multiplying these two equations first of all. Y square minus m2 into xy minus m1 into xy plus m1 m2 x square is equal to h. So now, by square, just to take minus xy common, then we get minus b into m1 plus m2 into xy plus b into m1 m2 into x square is equal to h. H means ax square plus 2hxy plus by square. Just compare this equation with this one. So compare the coefficients of like powers, x square coefficient, y square coefficient, like that. Here just observe that the y square coefficient is same. Just equate the remaining coefficients. What about the xy coefficient? 2h equal this one. Therefore, compare the coefficient of like powers. Therefore, minus b into m1 plus m2, the coefficient of xy is equal to 2h. And similarly, coefficient of x square, b into m1 m2 is equal to a. Therefore, from these two, we can write m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h by b, m1 m2 is equal to a by b. These results are very, very important. If m1 m2 are the slopes of two lines represented by this equation, then immediately we have a connection between these lines and m1 m2. That is m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h by b and m1 m2 equal to a by b. This concept is important for object also. Understand? This is the connection between the combined equation or pair of line equation, that is combined equation, and the two lines whose slopes are m1 and m2. m1 plus m2 equal minus 2h by, that means sum of slope equal minus 2h by b. product of slopes equal to a by b. Understand? Right. See this problem. Find the value of h if the slopes of lines represented by this equation 6x square plus 2hxy plus y square equal to 0 are in the ratio 1:2. Just to we discussed about the relation between the slopes and the coefficient of x square, xy and y square. So what is the given equation? The given equation is solution. The given equation is 6x square plus 2hxy plus y square equal to 0. Let it be 1. And also given that slopes are in the ratio 1:2. Let us take m1, m2 are the slopes. Given that m1 by m2 is equal to 1/2. Let us take this is equal to some constant. m1 is equal to, from this we can write m1 is equal to k and m2 is equal to 2k. Understand? So these are the slopes of the lines represented by this one. Okay. Now we know the relation between m1 plus m2 and the coefficients of x square, xy, y square. So we know that m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h by b and m1 m2 is equal to a by b. Just substitute in these two equations. m1 is equal to k, m2 is equal to 2k, that is called minus 2h by b, and k into 2k is equal to a by b. So 2k square is equal to a by b. 3k is equal to minus 2h by b. Here we have to find out, here in place of a there is 6 and in place of b there is 1 and h is okay. So now write down the values for a 6 and b 1. That means 3k is equal to minus 2h by the value of b is 1 and 2k square is equal to a by b, that means 6 by 1. So this is equal to 3. K square equal to 3. So 3k equal to minus 2h. Just from these two equations eliminate k square. Just squaring for this also. 9k square is equal to 4h square. K square equal to 3, just substitute here. 9 into 3 is equal to 4h square. Understand? So h is equal to 27 by 4 under root. That means 3 by 2 root 3. Understand? This is the given equation. So the roots, the slopes are in the ratio 1:2. From this we can write like this. So relation between slopes and these coefficients are these two. Here sum of the roots equal minus 2h by b, m1 m2 equal a by b. Just m1 is equal to k, m2 is equal to k. Just we get these two equations. But here we have a is equal to 6, h is okay, b is equal to 1. Just replace a and b values by 6 and 1. Then we will get k 9k square 3k is equal to minus 2h, k square equal to this one. Just to eliminate k. By eliminate k we can find out h value. Understand? Right. See this theorem. Let the equation x square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 represent a pair of straight lines and angle between them is theta, then cos theta equal to a plus b by root of a minus b whole square plus 4h square. So we know how to find the angle between the lines if you have the equations for separate equation for line. Understand? We don't know how to find the angle between the pair of lines. So first of all we have to assume two equations for lines. Okay, so what about the given equation first of all? The given equation is h is equal to, always simply write down ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. Let it be 1. This represents two lines passing through origin. But we don't know angle between the lines. We have to find out angle between the line, pair of lines. But we know the angle between the two straight lines. So for that, just take separate equation for the assume. Let L1x plus M1y, that too passing through origin. This represent lines passing through origin. L1x plus M1y equal 0 is one of the line passing through origin. And L2x plus M2y equal 0, another line passing through origin. Let this and this are the separate equations. Equations of two lines represented by 1. Understand? So the combined equation of these two is equal to 1. Understand? Therefore, the combined equation of these two, 2 and 3, equal to 1. So now find the combined equation of these two. Therefore, the combined equation of these two equal to L1x plus M1y into L2x plus M2y is equal to H. Simply write down sometime H. Just find out the multiplication. So bring into the standard form x square into something, xy into something like that. Just L1 L2 x square, L1 L2 x square plus L1 M2 xy plus L2 M1 xy plus M1 M2 y square is equal to H again. Okay, so now here L1 L2 x square, this is the quotient of x square. So from these two take xy common, then we get L1 M2 plus L2 M1 into xy plus M1 M2 y square is equal to, what is the H? Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. Understand? Now compare the coefficients of like powers. Okay, see this. The combined equation of these two is equal to H. H means this one. Just now compare the like powers coefficients. That means here the x square coefficient is L1 L2 is equal to A. Next, the xy coefficient 2h is equal to this one. That means L1 M2 plus L2 M1 is equal to 2h. Next, what about the y square coefficient? M1 M2. M1 M2 is equal to B. With the help of these three relations, we have to express cos theta in terms of A, B and H. Understand? So for these two lines, what is cos theta? So cos theta is equal, given that theta is the angle between the lines. These are the separate equation of this line, we assumed it. So cos theta is equal to A1 A2, that means L1 L2 plus B1 B2, that means M1 M2 by square root of A square plus B1 square, L1 square plus M1 square, L2 square plus M2 square. We have to convert all the three terms, these terms L1, L2, M1, M2 into A, B, H. Because what is the required answer? A plus B by root of A minus B whole square plus 4H square. So already you know L1, L2 is equal to A, M1, M2 equal to B. So in the numerator value is clear, A plus B. Just multiply the denominator also. L1 square, L2 square, L1, L2 whole square, L1 square, M2 square, L1, M2 whole square, M1 square, L2 square means L2, M1 whole square plus M1, M2 whole square. We have to change this into root of A minus B whole square plus 4H square. This is A, this is B. What about A minus B whole square required minus 2AB. That means minus 2 L1, L2, M1, M2. So for that just to subtract and add 2 L1, L2, M1, M2 plus 2 L1, L2, M1, M2. This the total term is under root. So now the new cos theta is equal to mod of a plus b by a square plus b square minus 2ab. So here we can write L1 L2 minus M1 M2 whole square. So observe the remaining terms. A square plus b square plus 2ab, a plus b whole square. That means L1 M2 plus L2 M1 whole square. Understand? So this is nothing but a, this is nothing but b, a minus b whole square. This is nothing but 2h. That is the required one. Mod a plus b by square root of a minus b whole square plus 2h whole square means 4h square. This is the formula for cos theta, if theta is the angle between the pair of lines. Just to use it, the angle formula for two lines. So what is the formula for two lines? This is the formula. With the help of this line, just we got it. Now this is the formula for find the angle between the pair of lines. If the equation, given equation is in the form of this, we have to use this formula to find the angle between them. Okay, if suppose, so theta is 90, what is the condition? That is the important. If theta is 90, what will happen? If theta is 90, cos 90, 0. So something 0, a plus b equal to 0. That is the condition for the perpendicular lines. If the angle between the two lines is 90, a plus b 0, that means coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square equal to 0. That is the important note. Understand? So note 1. If theta equal to 90, that means perpendicular lines. If and only if, what will happen? Theta 90, cos 90, 0. A plus b equal to 0. It means a is the quotient of x square, b is the quotient of y square. It means quotient of x square plus quotient of y square equal to 0 when the lines are perpendicular. Okay. See this problem. Find the angle between the pair of lines represented by the equation x square minus 7xy plus 12y square equal to 0. So what is the given equation? The given equation is x square minus 7xy plus 12y square equal to 0. Now compare this equation with this homogeneous second degree equation. Here a is equal to 1, 2h equal to minus 7, p is equal to 12. What is the formula to find the angle? Mod a plus b by square root of a minus b whole square plus 4h square. A equal to 1, b equal to 12, 2h equal to minus 7. Just substitute in this equation. Formula. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 12 by square root of a minus b whole square 1 minus 12 whole square plus 4h square means 2h whole square. 2h means minus 7 whole square. This is equal to 13 by square root of 1 minus 12 minus 11 whole square root of 170. Therefore, cos theta is equal to 13 by, so cos theta is equal to 1 plus 12 by a plus b by root of a minus b whole square plus 4h square. Here a is equal to 1 minus 12 whole square plus 4h square means 2h whole square minus 7 whole square. So therefore 13 by 1 minus 12 minus 11 whole square means 121. 7 square 49. 121 plus 49 170. So 13 by 170. This implies theta is equal to cos inverse of 13 by root of 170. This is the how to find the angle between the pair of lines. Acute angle between the pair of lines. If you ask for acute angle, just should take mod. Get positive value. Okay. Modulus of a plus b by root of a minus b whole square plus 4 square. Okay. Right. Thank you.